Hi guys, welcome to latest video. Today we've got something to show you. I'll let Laura let you know what that is.
So, you might remember in a previous video that we did, I think it was a couple of months ago now. It was just after the summer, so it's probably been a little bit longer than a couple of months actually. But we decided that we'd seen a big compressor fridge box, a Halifax one. It's a 50 litre box. If I can, I'll put the link to that video in the description box as well, just so you can see the comparisons between the two. However, the reason we bought the big compressor box was because it was such a good price. And basically, I said to Robert, it's probably going to be a case of we'll not get it for that price again. So it's something he'd wanted for a while. We've got the money, go for it,
Yeah,
basically.
I don't know if you can recall for those who've seen the video, but or even those that know us, I've got medication I take that needs to be refrigerated constantly. If it's out of refrigeration, it has to go in the bin. It's quite expensive medication, obviously for those in the UK. They'll know that the NHS pays the bulk of it, and we pay a token charge. But I don't think the specialist who I see at the hospital would be too chuffed if I said, "Oh, and by the way, can I have some more? Because I went camping and I forgot to put it in the fridge." So that's why I wanted a, a compressor fridge rather than an electric cooler fridge. So anyway, sorry to interrupt,
No,
Laura.
it's fine. So the compromise on getting that big box was that we wouldn't be able to fit in the gas cooker that we'd bought.
Yeah.
Um,
Again, sorry, I'm going to interrupt. Yeah. So the cooker that we bought, it was a butane powered one. It's got the two hobs, but for us, we wanted something extra. It's got an oven in it as well. And that they're usually quite expensive to buy. And on a marketplace or Gumtree, I can't remember which one. It's one or the other. And thought it's perfect for what we're wanting. We can cook a nice meal. I know you can cook nice meals on twin hobs, but you put like a pizza in the oven or a roast chicken or
just
whatever you
basically
want.
so we
Yeah,
don't have to live on beans while we're away in the van.
yeah, it gives you plenty of options. Um, and the whole build on the interior was going to be around fitting this oven cooker in. Um, and then when we got the big fridge box, it was too big to then fit the oven in. But at the time, it was more important to us to get a fridge rather than an oven, like I say, for the medication that I need. So anyway, back over to Laura.
So I can't remember what I was saying now, but so yeah, we just decided to get a smaller box.
Yeah, so obviously we had the big compressor fridge. Were great, with the exception of the "it all went wrong" video when I forgot to charge the batteries before we went. Yeah, but like I said, it worked great. Everything I wanted in a compressor fridge. But like I say, the compromise was getting rid of the oven. And we were talking and we're saying, well, we're only going away for 1, 2 nights at the minute. Obviously, while we're still getting a van built and whatnot, and even in the future, I get like, except for me, weeks holidays or 2 weeks holidays from work, I get a weekend off, or Laura gets like 2 or 3 days off in a row. So we're not going to be going needing to take a week's food away with her. So we had a chat, and we'd said perhaps if we could find a cheap enough small compressor fridge, we could get that and then be able to fit the oven in. So I'll let Laura introduce our new little baby.
So Robert had been looking for quite some time, and he'd come across a brand called, I don't know, hopefully you can see that, Alpicool.
Now just to pop
Um,
it on here.
yeah.
Oh.
So went on Amazon and had a look, and we paid £127 for this one.
Yeah, I think it was 127.99.
Yeah.
Um,
So
with our own money, not a
yeah,
sponsored one,
not sponsored.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Um.
Send with free stuff if you want.
So came across this one, and we looked at it, and obviously we took all the measurements and things, and we came into the van, measured it all out, and thought actually that one seems like probably going to be a fairly good little box for what we need. Obviously you've got all of the controls and stuff on here. I know you'll probably not be able to see that, sorry, but it's got a little USB charger in it. I'm not really too sure how to work it because Robert's the only one that's used it so far. We did actually use it for our Christmas dinner.
Yeah, when we bought our
Because
stuff beforehand, we don't go for the full turkey and whatnot anymore. So we just bought
the
the
little crowns.
yeah, the little pop in the oven joint things,
Yeah.
and we set this to freezer, and we just popped it in there, and it was champion, you know.
Yeah.
So
Got down to minus 22 and
I think so. Yeah.
maintained that temperature. We're obviously going in and checking on it because it was a Christmas dinner.
Just disclaimer: it said minus 22 on the display. I didn't put a thermometer in or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we're opening the top up. It was frozen solid, so
Yeah.
it might have been out by 1 or 2 degrees. I don't know. Equally, it might have been 100% accurate.
Yeah.
So
because we didn't probe it, obviously couldn't see. But yeah, minus 22 on a display, which was what we needed. And then when it got closer to Christmas, we turned it into a fridge.
Yep.
So that we were able to defrost the turkey in the fridge. Again, I think we got that to 3 degrees. Well, it would have been fridge temperature,
yeah,
which
I
is
think it
obviously
was
like
3 or 4
1 to
degrees.
5 degrees.
Yeah.
So it was somewhere in that. I can't remember now. But it was somewhere in that kind of temperature range. And worked perfectly. Didn't go off. Didn't make any noises that it shouldn't have. It was actually very quiet when it was running.
Almost silent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like the other one that we've got, it only runs while it needs to cool. Once it gets to temperature, it doesn't run at all. And then occasionally the compressor will just kick in, just like your fridge in the house, just to cool it down that little bit again, and then that's
so if
it.
you've opened the lid or whatever and let some of the cold air out, then the compressor would kick in just to get it.
The great thing about these though is when you open the lid, it's a bit stiff.
It is very stiff.
It's the air can't fall out, so when you open the fridge door in the house, it's like you open it sideways and the cold air drops out. This you open it up and the air is trapped in, so it's more efficient than the one in the fridge, in the house rather. So it doesn't have that, so it doesn't make much noise at all. Plus, it's quite thick all the way around. It's very well insulated. So yeah, like I say, with the same as the one that we bought, you've got your mains plug. That's obviously what we had it plugged in for storing our Christmas stuff. It's just got
doesn't plug into there. So
no, it does.
No, it does. Yeah.
So just into the side there, obviously you got your 240 volts. The transformer that drops it down to 12 volts and into the side, and then it also comes with the 12 volt charger as well. We've not used that as yet. Yeah, so like I say, that's obviously going to be wired in to the battery system that we fitted not long ago. Happy days, you know, keep our stuff cool, keep my medication cool,
and it gives
orange juice,
space.
milk, butter, things like that, basics. So I've also packed a tape measure in. Sorry, Laura.
No,
go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's fine. I was just going to say you can fit a fair amount of food in as well.
Yeah, it's a 15 litre capacity. So
I think even if you were going away for more than a night or 2 nights, you could probably easily fit enough food in to.
Yeah, I think if you packed it right, yeah, easily,
manage, yeah. Sorry, that's all I was going to say.
No, it's fine. Yeah, like instead of buying like the 1 litre carton of milk, maybe just buy 2 of the half litre ones or whatever to put them inside. So, so anyway, the tape measure before I cut Laura off. Measurements. So it is 57 centimeters wide. Front to back, it is 32 centimeters, and top to bottom, it is 35.5 centimeters. For those that's in inches, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't look. Inside capacity, side to side, you've got 34.5 centimeters, 13.5 inches. Deep, We've got 19 centimeters, 7.5 inches, front to back. 24.5 centimeters, 9.75 inches, thereabouts. So yeah, like we said with this one, because it's a lot smaller than the 50 litre one, it's nowhere near as long and it's nowhere near as tall. That was the important bit.
Yeah.
So a plan for this is, at the end of this bench what I'm sat on, we're going to build a unit where this just slides underneath. Obviously it's going to be ventilated to make sure that it keeps this cool so it doesn't overheat. And then a bench top kind of thing on the top where our oven's going to sit on. So, like I say, I can't wait to get it done. It's just time, weather, and money. Yeah. So I can't wait to get it done. It's just going to be a case of getting the time and then getting the weather. Obviously it's woodworking, so I need to be using power tools. But at the minute, it's winter time. It's cold. It's raining a lot. Snows occasionally. Don't like that much. But yeah, I can't use the power tools in the rain or anything. So, typically on the days where it doesn't rain, I seem to be at work. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it. Laura, anything else to add? Or
I don't think so. I think the only other difference is the vent for this one's on the front, and I'm sure the other vent.
There's vents all the way around on the three sides. Oh yeah, another difference. Sorry, the 50 litre one came with a battery to put in, so you could use it like with
off grid.
Yeah, off grid. Yeah, disconnected from any power source. Obviously it was designed for like going on picnics and stuff, where you could wheel it to the beach or
really
field or
handle,
whatever.
yeah.
This one obviously not the case. I mean, I imagine if you wanted to take it for a picnic, you could probably disconnect it, and it would probably still keep it cool. It'd just be like a cool box. Put a couple of ice packs or whatever inside of it. But I mean, yeah, it's
not heavy.
It's light enough. Yeah.
It's just kind of bulky when you're trying to carry it.
I mean, I don't know how heavy it would be with 15 litres of food in. It depends what you put in, I suppose. But no, like I say,
We're
perfect.
Happy with it, yeah.
The 50 litre one, no, we're going to keep hold of that. We're not going to like sell it on or whatever, because what I've said to Laura is both of them, you can use them as a fridge or a freezer. So if we do decide to go away for 2 weeks or even a week or whatever, even just 3 or 4 days, we're going to have one set as a fridge. Let's say the little one set as a fridge, a big one set as a freezer, or vice versa. And it just gives us options. So, perfect.
Yeah. Like I say, we're more than happy with it, and it seems like it's going to be a good little addition to the van.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I say, for me, most importantly, it's the medication. I can keep it at a safe temperature where it's not going to go out of the safe range and do me any harm as a result,
So again, we would recommend.
Yeah.
If you want a little fridge box.
Yeah, if you want it or need it, like I say, if you've got medical needs like me, or if you just want to keep your cans of pop or beer or whatever cold, absolutely spot on. Like I say, freezer worked great, fridge worked great, absolutely no complaints whatsoever with it.
No. And obviously it's a sturdy little box as well. It's not a
flimsy. Yeah, it's pretty solid,
Yeah.
So, all right. I think unless Laura's got anything to add, I think that's probably about it. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I just maybe wouldn't test it by sitting on it. I think that's probably. I wouldn't use it as an additional seat.
Yeah.
It may not be strong enough.
Just in case.
I don't know, but just a little disclaimer.
Yeah. So if that's it, we'll just say goodbye, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.